Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters everywhere, viewers everywhere. Hello and welcome to the 24th episode of your show, Huda Quest, where we talk about the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And today we're going to be talking about one of the heaviest and strongest battles in the history and in the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Ghazwa, the Battle of Mu'tah. To do that, we're going to have a competition between two participants. Let's get to know them. First, we have Rafif. Hello, Rafif. Very nice to have you on the show.
Hello, I'm very excited to be on this new episode.
Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as well. And we have Mu'adh. Hello, Mu'adh. It's very nice to have you on the show.
Hello, thank you. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. We're happy to have you as well on the show. Thank you. All right. So you know how the show works, right?
Yeah.
So we have questions, and then I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, Rafif, and I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, Mu'adh. And through these questions, we're gonna learn about the Battle of Mu'tah, which is our topic for today. So without any further ado, we're gonna start with you, Rafif, right away. And the first question goes. This one is easy. When did the Battle of Mu'tah take place? In the 6th year of Hijrah, in the 7th year of Hijrah, in the 8th year of Hijrah, in the 9th year of Hijrah?
In the 9th year of Hijrah.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not very pretty
Alright.
sure, but 8th year?
8th year. So this is your last answer. Okay.
Very.
Let's stick with the 8th year. And the answer is indeed correct. Yes. The 8th year of Hijrah. Why did it happen? Well, we're going to learn about that with the following question. It's your turn, Mu'adh. Mu'adh, are you ready?
Yeah.
I want you to be excited. Okay, so what is the cause of the Battle of Mu'tah? The killing of an ambassador sent by the Prophet, peace be upon him, a fight that erupted between the two armies, the Byzantine emperor mobilizing an army to attack Medina, none of them.
I think one.
You think it's one?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Yes, indeed, that was correct. And throughout history, it was known that a messenger, an ambassador, should never be killed. That's why we have the saying in English that goes, don't shoot the messenger, right? Yeah, so what happened was that the Prophet sent one of his companions to King of Busra, and in the way there was Shurahbil al-Ghassani, and then that was one of the allies of Qaisar, and then he killed him, he beheaded him, and that of course this definitely, any messenger should never be killed. This what caused the Battle of Mu'tah, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gathered the companions and the fighters, and they mobilized an army with well, I was gonna answer one of the questions today, so we're gonna learn more about the battle with the questions. So now, Rafif, the third question is for you, and it goes: who was the first leader of the Muslim army appointed by the Prophet, peace be upon him? Zayd bin Haritha radiallahu anhu, Ja'far bin Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, Abdullah bin Rawah radiallahu anhu, Khalid ibn al-Walid radiallahu anhu. May Allah be pleased with all of them.
Ziyad bin Harith.
Zayd bin Haritha. All right, let's check the answer. And the answer is indeed correct. So we're going to learn today about the 3 appointed by the Prophet. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, appointed 3. So Zayd bin Haritha was the first, and the Prophet said after that if he was injured or if he was martyred, the second to follow him was, well, that's the following question. And it is for you, Mu'adh. Mu'adh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Great. The question is, who was the second leader of the Muslim army appointed by the Prophet, peace be upon him? Zayd bin Haritha radiallahu anh, Ja'far bin Abi Talib, Abdullah bin Rawaha, Khalid bin al-Walid.
Khalid bin Walid.
Khalid ibn al-Walid. Are you sure?
Number 2.
Number 2. Ja'far bin Abi Talib radiyallahu anh. Let's see. Yes, the answer is correct. He was the second after Zayd bin Haritha radiyallahu anh. Good job. Thank you so much. It's your turn. Rafif, the question is, it will appear on the screen now. And the question goes, who was the third leader of the Muslim army appointed by the Prophet, peace be upon him? Ja'far bin Abi Talib radiyallahu anh, Abdullah bin Rawaha radiyallahu anh, Zayd bin Haritha radiyallahu anh, Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anh.
That's a guess. And Khalid ibn al-Walid.
Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anh. Okay. So,
No.
No? You want to change your mind? So, the answer is?
Abdullah
bin Rawaha radiyallahu anh. Okay, let's see. Let's check the answer. Yes, indeed, it is correct. So, the Prophet, peace be upon him, appointed these three. Zayd, and if Zayd were to be injured, then there was Ja'far radiyallahu anh, and then there was Abdullah bin Rawaha radiyallahu anh. But what happened in the battle is that even Abdullah bin Rawaha radiyallahu anh was martyred. And who followed him after that? Now what happened was that they discussed among one another who should be the leader, who should be, and they agreed that it should be, well, that's the following question. So, the following question is, Mu'adh, it's for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Great. The question is, which companion was named the Sword of Allah, Sayfullah al-Maslul, who led the Muslim army after the martyrdom of the three appointed by the Prophet, peace be upon him? Zayd bin Haritha, Ja'far bin Abi Talib, Abdullah bin Rawaha, Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anhum ajma'in. May Allah be pleased with all of them.
Number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
And what is the answer?
Khalid bin al-Walid.
Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anh. And the answer is indeed correct. So what happened was that the Prophet, even though he was not present in that battle, he was in Medina, he was able to see the events of the battle, and he was saying, and he was telling his companions that there was Zayd, and then there was Ja'far, and then there was Abdullah, and then after that someone is gonna take their place, and he is a sword of Allah. And that's the moment where Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, was called the sword of Allah, Sayfullahi al-Maslul. And we knew before that Khalid ibn al-Walid previously was a disbeliever, and he was the one in Ghazwat Uhud who made the maneuver behind Jabal al-Rumah, the archers' army, and who also was one of the reasons that some of the partial defeat of the Muslims in Ghazwat Uhud. But now he, of course, converted to Islam, and he became one of the greatest knights in Islam. Okay, it's your turn, Rafif. Rafif, the question is, what was the size of the Muslim army? 3,000 fighters, 4,000 fighters, 5,000 fighters, 6,000 fighters.
3,000.
3,000. Let's check the answer. Indeed, the answer is correct. Okay, it's your question now, Mu'adh, and I want to tell you that when you compare the size of the disbelievers' army and the size of the believers' army, it's just so massive, so massive. The difference is so massive. So yeah, that might be a hint for you. And the question is, Mu'adh, what was the size of the disbelievers' army? 50,000 fighters, 100,000 fighters, 150,000 fighters, 200,000 fighters.
200,000 fighters.
You seem so sure about it, huh? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the answer. The answer is indeed correct. And what happened was that when the Muslim army knew about the huge army that was mobilized against them by Herakl, they thought to themselves, well, what should we do? We never expected that. We never expected we would be fighting such a big, huge army. And then they had a discussion with one another, and they thought, well, we either have to go ahead, or we either have to call the Prophet to send somebody to the Prophet, an ambassador or a messenger to the Prophet, and ask the Prophet, peace be upon him, either he can send us more fighters or we can just proceed. And then Abdullah ibn Rawaha disagreed with that opinion, and he said, we either have victory or martyrdom, an-nasr aw shahada, and then they decided to go through. So see, it is a huge army. Now, just doing the math would be difficult, how much greater in size and in number that they are stronger than them, the disbelievers' army. So now we're going to continue with the questions with you, Rafif. And the question is, how many martyrs, shuhada, were there in the Muslim army in the Battle of Mu'tah? 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's confusing.
Yeah, I know it's confusing. It would have been easier to have the choices like 1,000 and then 11 and then 1 and then, yeah, different numbers. But when they're just consecutive numbers, it's difficult, I know.
Can you make it easier for me?
Can I make it easier for you? So, it's not 11 and it's not 14.
12.
12. Let's check the answer. Yes, the answer is correct. The answer is correct. And what happened was that Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anhu had a very, very, very smart plan. Very smart plan. When he saw the huge number of them, when Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anhu took place, he started to move the parts of the army. So he put the front in the back and the back in the front, and then he just changed the positions of the groups of the fighters. And the disbelievers' army were shocked. They thought they had other fighters. They didn't know that they were just being relocated, repositioned. And that was a smart move from Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anhu. Now, what was the outcome of the Battle of Mu'tah? Well, that's the following question. It's for you, Mu'adh. Are you ready, Mu'adh?
Yeah.
Great. The following question is for you. And the question goes, what is the impact of the Battle of Mu'tah? It resulted in a far-ranging impact. It attached to the Muslims a great reputation in the battlefields. It constituted the forerunner of the encounter with the Byzantines, all of them.
All of them.
All of them. All right. Let's check the answer. The answer is indeed correct. Good job. Thank you so much. So, even though the battle did not satisfy the Muslims' objective, namely avenging Al-Harith's murder, the messenger of the Prophet who was killed, it resulted, of course, in the impact we just talked about, that it attached, and it was also the first real fierce combat or battle with the Byzantines, which of course paved the way for more down the road. And Khalid ibn al-Walid radiyallahu anh, in a smart maneuver, he managed to withdraw the army and they went back to Medina. Alright, now we're done with the questions part. And it's time for the break. And then after that, we're going to have the games. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Great. Brothers and sisters everywhere, it's going to be a short break and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We are back, brothers and sisters everywhere, to your show Huda Quest, and now it's time for games. Yes, games. Okay, we're gonna start with you, Rafif. Puzzle. You like puzzles?
No.
Well, it's a chance for you to try it and to like it. So let's have the puzzle for Rafif. The puzzle, here it is. We're gonna help you if it's too difficult. Go ahead, Rafif.
1 with 2. Okay, 6 with 9. 7 with 5. 4 with 8. 3 with 6. 2 with 4. 9 with 1. 8 with 3. And 5 with 7.
Well done. That was great. Not a single mistake. Yeah, that was smart. Good job. You see, and you say you don't like it?
Yeah.
Well, I think you do. All right. Good job, Rafi. Thank you. Muad, it's your turn. Guessing. So we're gonna just guess what the picture is. Okay? Let's have guess the image. We're gonna choose some of the numbers here and we're gonna reveal them for you, and we would like you to guess what the image is. Huh?
5.
5? Oh.
Two.
2? 2. 4? 4. Okay, what is this? What is this? It's like a...
Can I say?
Muad, try. It's... What is it?
It's very hard.
Very hard? Muad, please, Muad, something. Alright. It's easy, Muad. It's a banner. It's a banner or flag. White one. Sorry. Good job. I know you tried. Good job. Thank you. Sorry about that, Muad. But you did just a fantastic job with the previous segment. All the questions correct and with a lot of confidence. So good job. Thank you. Rafif, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm very excited.
Okay, let's have the slideshow. I'd like you to pay attention to all the details here. It's going to be very easy, inshallah. All right, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Then number 4. Then number 5. And the question is easy. How many horses were there? Okay, I'm gonna easy one. How many white horses were there with the second picture? In the second picture. Oh. White horses. I didn't say all of them, just white ones.
Can I say all of them?
All of them were white? Are you sure? She's sure. Let's check.
7. There were...
What? No, only 2, or even 1, just 1, if you consider this one gray. I mean, come on, all of them. Are you sure? Still sure?
All of them. I said, can I say all of them, the number of all of them, or not they?
I don't understand. So you mean, can you say all of them were white, right? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, of course, unfortunately, that was the wrong answer. Sorry about that. All right. So now it's your turn, Muad, with reorder the events. It's very easy. We learned about that in the first segment. The order of the leaders that the Prophet appointed, and then of course the fourth one, we know who the fourth one was. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all. All right, let's see, let's have it. Okay.
Number 1.
Number 1 was, you have to say the name. Zayd bin Haritha was number?
Yes. Zayd bin Haritha number 1.
Number 1, okay. And number 2?
Ja'far bin Abi Talib.
Okay, Ja'far bin Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu was number?
3.
3? No.
Number 2.
Number 2. Abdullah bin Rawaha radiyallahu anhu was number?
3.
3. And Khalid bin Walid radiyallahu anhu was number?
4.
4. Alright, good job, thank you. I know the writing, the kind of Arabic writing was a little bit challenging. Good job, thank you so much, Mu'ad. Now, it's time for the results. Who is the winner? Who got more points? I'm having a guess. that it's gonna be a tie, as always. So let's check the scores and see who's the winner.
It's a tie.
It's a tie, I believe, and it is a tie indeed. Rafif got 60 points, Mu'adh got 60 points. Good job! Good job, guys. Good job, Rafif. Good job, Mu'adh. MashaAllah. You did a great job. Both of you were fantastic, especially with the questions. It was a little bit of the games were a little bit difficult, but other than that, you both did a fantastic job. So thank you so much. All right, brothers and sisters everywhere, we've reached the end of this episode. Until we see you tomorrow, inshallah, with a new episode, with a new event in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Until then, be always well. May Allah accept your salah, dua, and ihsan. استودعكم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ba-da